Every year, the 2 series from Xiaomi carries a specific burden. It has to be the flagship killer that doesn't actually kill the main flagship. But with the Xiaomi 15T Pro, something feels different. In a world where Pro usually just means a bigger screen and a faster charger, Xiaomi has leaned into the technical weeds. We're talking about the world's first implementation of the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus on a global scale, a cooling system borrowed from aerospace engineering, and a Leica partnership that is no longer just a logo, it's a philosophy. Today, we aren't just looking at a spec sheet. We are breaking down the 15T Pro to see if it's the best value to performance ratio of 2026 or if it's flying too close to the sun. Let's talk about ergonomics. The 15T Pro moves away from the curved glass obsession of the past. It features a 6.83-inch flat display, but the magic is in the bezels. Using lipo technology, Xiaomi has shrunk the borders to a near symmetrical 1.6 millimeters on all sides. The frame is a high-strength aluminum alloy, though the finish mimics the brushed texture of grade 5 titanium. It's also IP68 certified, meaning it can survive 1.5 meters of water for 30 minutes. But the real star is the back glass. It uses a new velvet matte finish that is almost entirely immune to fingerprints. It feels like a piece of sea glass smooth, but with enough friction that it won't slide off a wireless charger. Xiaomi calls this the C15 iCare display. Technically, it's a 1.5K AMOLED panel with a resolution of 2770 by 1280. Technical breakdown. Peak brightness, a staggering 3200 nits, even in the harshest 12 p.m. sun. This screen is as legible as an ink reader. Refresh rate, 144 Hz. Most people can't tell the difference between 120 Hz and 144 Hz. But in competitive shooters, that extra 24 Hz reduces input latency by roughly 1.4 milliseconds. PWM dimming, 3840 Hz. This is crucial for users sensitive to screen flicker. Whether you're watching Dolby Vision film or scrolling through X Twitter, the 447 ppi ensures you will never see a stray pixel. Inside, we have the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus. This is a 3nm masterpiece. While the world usually looks at Snapdragon, MediaTek has quietly won the efficiency war this year. Let's look at the core configuration. This all-big core architecture means there are no tiny efficiency cores holding you back. For graphics, the immortalized G9 MC12 GPU supports hardware-level ray tracing. In our tests, it maintained a stable 60 FPS in Zenless Zone 0 at max settings for over 2 hours. To keep this heat in check, Xiaomi uses the 3D ice loop system. It separates the vapor and liquid phases of the coolant, which Xiaomi claims is 3x more effective than traditional vapor chambers. This is where the 15T Pro earns the Pro suffix. We have 350MP sensors, but they aren't created equal. The main, a 50MP Light Fusion 900 sensor with an f1.62 aperture. It uses a customized Leica Summilux lens.
The dynamic range here is incredible, capturing detail in the shadows without blowing out the highlights. The telephoto, a 50 megapixels periscope lens. This is a huge upgrade over the 14T Pro. It offers 5x optical zoom and up to 100x digital zoom. The ultra-wide, a 12 megapixels sensor with a 120-degree field of view. It's the weakest of the three, but the color science is perfectly matched to the main sensor. The Leica look, you can choose between Leica Authentic and Leica Vibrant. Authentic adds a slight natural vignette and higher contrast, giving your photos a film look that doesn't feel like a cheap filter. Software was once Xiaomi's Achilles heel. With HyperOS 2, based on Android 15, those days are mostly gone. The animations are physics-based. If you interrupt a gesture, the window follows your finger realistically. But the buzzword is Hyper AI. AI Notes summarizes a 30-minute meeting in 5 seconds. AI Eraser Pro removes photobombers and even regenerates the background with 95%. The 15T Pro packs a 5500 mAh silicon carbon battery. This tech allows for higher energy density in a thinner frame. 90W wired charging, 0 to 100% in 36 minutes. 50W wireless charging, a rarity in this price bracket. Connectivity, Wi-Fi 7 ready, Bluetooth 5.4, and a full-featured NFC for payments and digital car keys. So, who is the Xiaomi 15T Pro for? If you want the ultra-premium materials of the 15 Ultra but don't want to spend $1,400, this is your middle ground. You're getting a world-class display, the most efficient chip MediaTek has ever made, and a camera system that can genuinely compete with the iPhone 17 Pro. It isn't perfect, the ultra-wide sensor could be better, and the lack of a charger in some regional boxes is annoying, but as a package, it's a powerhouse. Final specs at a glance. Chipset, Dimensity 9400 plus 3 nanometers. Display, 6.83 inches 144 Hz AMOLED 3200 nits. Camera, 50 megapixels main plus 50 megapixels periscope plus 12 megapixels ultra-wide. Battery, 5500 mAh